These are the Chat City interviews from 103.2 Preston FM.
And you're with Chat City Preston FM, your morning magazine show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. through to noon, supporting people and communities across Preston and South Ribble. And we'd love to hear from you. So if you have an event coming up, contact us at studio@preston.fm. And right now, my next guest is in the studio, Caroline Finigan. And it says of Caroline that she's an optimist, a crafter, a teacher, learner, and brains behind Carry Yarn Stitching. So very nice to meet you, Caroline.
Hello, nice to be here.
Lovely to talk to you. And I must say, I doing this program every day, I sit here and interview people, and people from all walks of life, talking about all subjects. And it's amazing the things I find out. And the only thing I can tell you about knitting is probably when I was about 14 or 15, I wanted to have a go at it, but I never made anything. It just shame. All fell off the needle, and it all became just, well, I think the dog had far more pleasure than I did chasing the wool around the room. So sadly that's probably my experience of knitting. So tell me a little then about Carry Yarn Stitching.
Carry Yarn Stitching is it's my little baby. It came about 3 years ago when I realised people were asking more and more for crochet and knitting classes. So I set myself up as a designer, maker and tutor, and I've had the pleasure of teaching many people over the last 3 years how to crochet and how to knit.
Right. So how old were you when you started? Did it start when you were at school?
I was the one girl in the playground with the crochet hook.
Is that right? Yes.
That's right, yeah. What set me off really was when I was quite small. I went for a holiday at it would have been my great-grandmother's house. And I remember a big old coal fire, and she had a basket of squares, and she let me pass up the next one in the row, and she was joining them together so quickly. I thought, I have to learn how to do that. I have to find out. So my grandma taught me when I got home, and I haven't looked back. I've been crocheting ever since, and anything I can get around my hook I will.
Oh, a lovely story. It is fascinating, isn't it, that the things that we encounter through life, and how sometimes it's something like with yourself that from a hobby then becomes a serious interest, and then you want to be able to pass on that expertise to others. And it's fascinating how, through childhood, as we grow up, the things that we encounter that suddenly either are things that we want to develop, or maybe the things that we just pass by. So is it as popular as ever these days? Because, you would think with this modern kind of social media that everybody has these days, we're all texting, we're all online. Is this a popular hobby? Or not a hobby, maybe? Because, of course, you're able to produce things that are actually things that you can use in everyday life, aren't you?
I think knitting and crochet has changed, whereas you don't really need specially handcrafted jumpers and things for the fishermen anymore. It's changed. People are using it more for entertainment, I would say now, and we're still using it for heirloom pieces. Christening shawls and things are very popular. So yes, it's still around, but I think it's changed the use. We're developing it, so things like the amigurumi toys, they're very popular, and people are still interested in making it. And just to pick up what you said about children, you quite often hear that children aren't interested in this, or they won't come off the Xbox. Well, they will. They're interested. I ran a craft club in school for a few years, and they are interested. They want to learn these things, and given the opportunity, they will.
And it's one of those things, isn't it? When you've completed it and you look at it, you feel proud of what you've done.
That's right, yeah. Lots of things motivate different people. So it might be the finished article that motivates someone to pick up the needles or the hook. It might be relaxation. Knitting and crochet are very therapeutic. And there have been studies now that prove it forces your brain to work in a different way. So there are lots of different things that motivate people. Part of it is socialising, which is one of the reasons why I've put together the Preston Knit-along event.
And crochet in particular can be such a fine art, can't it? You can produce some beautiful outcomes from crochet.
That's right. It does depend on the technique you use. You can get knitted pieces that are also very fine. It just depends. You can make lace with lots of different techniques. Yeah.
And again, I mean, because, you know, when you think back to the 40s, 50s, etc., I mean, in most homes that you went into, there would be the lace tablecloth, there would be a piece of lace on the mantelpiece, there would be a piece of lace, you know, with a favourite plant pot on it. Is lace, again, a very popular piece of material to work with these days?
People are still making doilies, yeah.
Yes, yeah, do people still make doilies?
Yeah.
Very popular, are they?
They don't seem quite as popular as they were. I think they're probably slightly more popular than the knitted toilet roll covers.
Yes, yes.
the
yes, who can
sense.
remember? Yes,
Oh,
who
yeah.
can forget the knitted toilet roll dollies? Yes.
Yeah.
And tell us a little then about Knitting the Public Day. Is this something that's happening quite soon?
Oh, it's worldwide. It's a big event now.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Worldwide Knitting Public Day. If you search for it on the internet, you'll find lots of different events being planned all around the world. And the idea is to come along for well, some people do it to raise awareness, other people do it for a specific purpose. Lots of different reasons, lots of different groups gathering together. And I felt we needed one in Preston for all the knitting and crochet groups, all the craft groups come together.
It sounds like a good idea. So when's it being held? When's the day?
We actually started yesterday. We had a little group together in the Harris Library,
Right.
just round the corner. That was a lovely day. We had people spinning with a drop spindle, knitting, crocheting, all sorts of things. So that was a really good day. The main event is going to be tomorrow, that's Friday, and Saturday. And we'll be upstairs in the market.
So that's the market here in Preston.
That's Preston Indoor Market. We're upstairs and conveniently located next to the haberdashery.
Right, yes, so if anybody needs anything or want to dash out to get anything.
Exactly.
And the times?
We'll be there 10 till 2. It's a free event, so there's no need to book or anything. Just pop along, bring your knitting. If there are any problems with your current piece, perhaps you need a bit of help with it, you can pop along and hopefully there'll be somebody there who can help. But really it's just a chance to stop and socialise with it. So come along for a chat and a brew.
And I understand there is Facebook page, etc., where people can have a look and find out more.
That's right. There's the Carry On Stitching Facebook page has got details. So that's facebook.com/Carry Yarn Stitching. You can also follow the event on Twitter, and there we're just Carry Yarn Caro. So there will be pictures and things updated during the day. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have even more people doing, I don't know, maybe a bit of bobbin lace.
That's right, bobbin lace.
Yeah.
Yes. Sounds like a foreign language to me, but yes, bobbin lace. So the times again then, Caroline, are?
The times again are 10 till 2. We'll be there Friday, that's tomorrow, and Saturday.
And as you say, it's taking place around the world.
It is, yeah.
Big
it's,
worldwide event.
Yeah, it's a huge movement. You know, it's a good chance to get involved. And just to try something new. I just want to encourage people just to have a go. You know, if you're not sure, you know, just try it. You might like it, you might not, but there's nothing lost.
And what about, I mean, I mentioned, and it must have been, I think, with my grandmother when I was about 12, 13 or 14, having a go. Do you get men involved?
I've had a couple, yes. And I've met a few weavers and spinners and things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, can I thank you for coming in this morning, and good luck with the event tomorrow and Saturday.
Thank you very much.
People can find out more on the Facebook page, so a big thank you.
Lovely. Thanks very much.
If you have any news or events you'd like to share with Hughie and our Chat City team, why not give us an email, chatcity@preston.fm.